Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is May the 4th, 2019. I'm going to look at the stakes races on the program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. We're going to be getting some, rough weather here in New York and on Saturday. A lot of rain, and I did handicap these races for a wet turf course and a bit of a wet track. My guess on the turf racing, the stakes races, I want to guess will probably stay on the turf, but the other turf races for the stakes, the non-turf stakes races, will probably be taken off. But we're going to look at the stakes races, races 4, 10, 11. So races 4, 10, 11. Remember, first post is just after noon, I think. So let's get to the fourth race from Belmont, the first stakes race of the card. It is the Sheepshead Bay Stakes. It's a grade 2 event going for a purse of $200,000. Race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going to post. The 3 and 4 are main track only, so we'll be down to a field of 6 on the wet lawn, going the distance of ground of 2,200 meters, or a mile 3/8 on the inner turf course. 2,200 meters, a mile 3/8 inner turf course. Local prep race for the New York coming up on Belmont Stakes Festival week. But top selection here, I'm gonna get a little wacky. I'm gonna take the one horse Lady of Montador. I'm gonna go 1-6-5-2 in the superfecta. 1-6-5-2 super. Top selection of one horse Lady Montador, 5-year-old mare Medaglia d'Oro, Tom Albatrani trains, Godolphin Doan, Kendrick Caramouche picks up the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 24th in November at Aqueduct, mile 3/8 inner turf course in the Great Long Island Handicap. The horse finished 7th by 3 lengths, stalked early on, but then just kind of hit the wall at the end, couldn't keep up. It wasn't the horse's day to win at the end. Before then, the Grade 1 Flower Bowl Invitational here at Belmont on a softer side, a good inner turf course, mile and a quarter, October the 7th. The horse finished third by 6.5 lengths, was very wide. He just never quickened up and never weakened out of it either. Just kind of stayed. And then at Saratoga on the 1st September, mile 3/8 in the Grade 2 Glen Falls. The horse had a very good victory, winning by 2.5 lengths on the front and all the round. Just went away clear with it. And then at Saratoga, mile 3/8 in her North America debut in the allowance race 90,000. She won by 4.5. She stalked, she got lean, she held on. It was a very good run. But after the race, she did pull up because she was suffering from a little bit of a heat stroke. But everything was right. She had a quick turnaround after that to win the Glen Falls. But I like the jockey booking with Kendrick Caramouche today. He knows how to do this. He's a good speed rider, and I think he'll send this horse to the front end, and I think he'll walk the dog. And if he could start some easy fractions on this inner turf course, I think this horse could be deadly. At 4-1, I really think this horse has a strong chance. Do I think you're going to get 4-1 at post time? I think you might actually get 5 or 6 or even 7-1 at post time. I have a feeling they're going to bet that Holy Helena and Santa Monica into the ground. If this horse gets to 6-1 at post time, I'll be backing this horse until there's no tomorrow. But I like her a lot. She'll handle the soft ground. Like I said, she looks like a main speed threat in this race, and speed is deadly on this inner turf course going 2 turns. So I'll take her as a top selection. So to recap my selections for the 4th from Belmont, it's the Grade 2 Sheepshead Bay. Gonna go with the one horse Lady Montador. I'm gonna go 1-6-5-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get to race number 10 from Belmont. The 10th race, if we could ever scroll to it, it is the Fort Marcy Stakes, Grade 3 event going for a purse of $150,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses. Keep in mind, the one horse is a main track only, so 8 will go on the turf course. The distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and 1/8 on the inner lawn of the turf course. 1,800, a mile and 1/8 inner turf. Rail is out at, I believe, 18 feet, but it might be a little farther out also. It might be 27, but the rails are out today. Keep that in mind. My top selection here in the Fort Marcy and race, it's one of my favorite races of the year. One of my favorite editions is 2 years in particular when it was run on Aqueduct, 2004 and 2005. Alan Jerkins winning it in 2004 with, I can't remember the horse. It's something chicken or something rooster, but it was Shannon Yuski and Alan Jerkins, and the horse paid well, and I think my dad and my grandfather had it, and they went to the bank on that one. And then the year later, Better Talk Now won it, and his seasonal reappearance at Aqueduct very nicely. So it's always been one of my favorite races. Do we have a Better Talk Now kind of horse in this race? No, but but I think he still can get a good horse to win here, and that's going to be the 5-horse Channel Cat. I'm going to go 5-3 5-3-2-8 in the superfecta, 5-3-2-8 super. Top selection, the 5-horse Channel Cat. This 4-year-old colt by English Channel. Todd Pletcher trains. Adam Biscuitza gets the leg up. I believe this is Adam Biscuitza's probably first mounts at Belmont. But this Channel Cat, the most recent outing came at Laurel on the 29th of September, a mile and a half in the inaugural Bald Eagle Derby. Great race. Bringing it back this year, and I think it's going to do well. But the horse went by 5 3/4 on a very heavy turf course. This horse stalked early on. She got the lead, and then it took off clear. Very good race. They ran quite slow, though, for a mile and a half, 2:40 flat. And so it was slow, but she still took off clear on very demanding ground. Before that, in the Dueling Grounds Derby at Kentucky down to mile 5/16, September the 12th, the horse went by head, stalked early on, got the lead, and then held on to a very nice victory there. And then Saratoga, mile 3/8 in her turf course, up 6-2 claimer. The horse finished second by 3/4 length, wide from a wide post draw, set mid-pack, but again closed up well. I think this horse could sit a little bit closer, which will be key for this horse's victory. It's been training well, and I think first off the break, this horse could run well. Should handle the wet going. I'll take him at 10-1. Get a little wacky here. So to recount my selections for the 10th from Belmont, it's the grade 3 Fort Marcy. Gonna go with the 5-horse Channel Cat. I'm gonna go 5-3-2-8 in the superfecta, 5-3-2-8 super. So now let's get to the 11th race from Belmont, which is the Westchester Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a purse of $200,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses here going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the main track. 1,600, 1 mile main track. The local prep race for the Metropolitan Handicap coming up in about 5 weeks' time. Top selection and a single in the multi-race would be the 8-horse, who is Prince Lucky. I'm gonna go 8-3-2-8, 8-3-2-8 in the I'm going to go 8-5-1-7 in the superfecta, 8-5-1-7 super. The top selection, like I said, single in the multi-race would be the 8-horse Prince Lucky. This 4-year-old gelded by Corinthian. Tom Pletcher trains. Jersey Joe Bravo gets the leg up. The horse's most recent outing came 30th of March at Gulfstream, 1 mile in the Gulfstream Park mile handicap, and he put on a show. He won by 4 3/4 lengths, 100 Buyer speed figure, and he was just on the lead all throughout and just took off clear. A very good run there for him. Before that, at Gulfstream, 1 mile and his coming out party in the grade 2 house, in the grade 3 House Hope, he won by 6 there and getting an 106 Buyer. He jumped 16 Buyer points from his best there, and he just stalked. He stalked early on. He got the lead, and then he just hit another dimension. It was a very good run. Then before that, the Easy Cover at Belmont, mile 16th on Belmont Stakes Day, he won by a neck. He stalked, and he fought a good race down the stretch, and he got the victory. It wasn't the most prettiest race, but he got the job done at 14-1. I think coming here to Belmont, speed favoring course, especially when it gets wet. I think I'll handle the wetness, and I just think he could get away with it on the front end at 4-5. He's your most logical single in the late pick, 4 or 5 or 6. So I'll use him there. So to recount my selections for the 11th from Belmont, it's the grade 3 Westchester. I'll take the 8-horse Prince Lucky. I'll go 8-5-1-7 in the superfecta, 8-5-1-7 super. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Hit 5. Good luck, everybody.